Hello and welcome back once again. Behind me is my 7x12 cargo trailer that I recently purchased. So I'm going to do some lighting upgrades on the outside. And just like my 6x10 trailer, this has marker lights on the fenders. I've already upgraded these, and the lights on the sides as well as what was on the fender are the same as what was on the 6x10. So right now I don't think I'm going to do anything with these lights. I'll just leave them as is. But the lights along the front and the back of the trailer I will upgrade to this style, but I'm going to use a style with a clear lens and colored LEDs. So let's go ahead and take a look at those. I've replaced one already. The process to remove these is just put a little screwdriver in here, pry this little bracket out, and then the light will pop out. There's a little clip on both sides. So I've got the light out. They use a Phillips head screw. It just screws into the fiberglass. These lights don't have a very good weather-tight seal. So one of my reasons for replacing them is to switch to LED, but also to get a weather-tight seal around the perimeter of the light. As you can see, there's a bunch of junk back here behind the light. They do have a weatherproof seal on the back of the bracket, but that doesn't really prevent water or whatnot from getting behind the light and into the hole of the trailer wall. And this is what it looks like from the inside. There's a 2-pin connector that just plugs into the back of the light. I'll cut this off and use some crimp splice connectors to wire in the new light. And these two holes, I'll drill them out just a little bit bigger. And the holes don't line up perfectly with the new lights, so this hole over here, I am going to get my drill going and kind of remount the hole to sort of enlarge it. Basically, I want to make it larger over in this area off to the right side of it. That should do the trick. The style lights that I'm using are the same thing that the Wells Cargo Factory uses now. This just happens to be a different brand, but essentially it's an identical light other than the style of wiring, connectors on the end. I'll put a link in the description below where I got these lights, and then also I'm using a little rubber gasket. This will give me a weatherproof seal around the light, and installs like this. Hardware, I'm using some stainless steel machine screws and some flat washers and some nylock nuts. These are number 10 screws. And another tip, before you actually try installing the light, test fit the screws to make sure that you enlarge the holes enough. And then also insert the light into the mounting position and check to be sure that the holes line up. There we go, so that does fit. And if you're working with amber and red lights and you happen to take them all out of the package at the same time and then lose track of which one is which, they are marked with a little colored dot on the back side. As an extra measure of weatherproofness, I'm going to put a little bit of sealant inside here. Doesn't take much. And I will also do the same thing on the back here. And one more thing I'll do is drop my screw in and put just a little bit on the screw. The idea there is just to seal up the hole around the screw down inside of the light. And then on the inside of the trailer, carefully install your nut and flat washer without poking the screw through the hole and dropping it outside. And then I'll take a 1/4-inch ratchet it worked really well on the other side because the handle was over here, and that's the way the handle wants to rotate. I don't know how well it's going to work over here to hold that nut in place, keep it from spinning while I'm tightening from the outside. This is one of the red lights on the back of the trailer, and it gives you a good perspective of how much junk and what not can get stuck between the light and the bracket. There's all kinds of cobwebs and dirt and gunk. I'm partway through the upgrade to LEDs, and I don't know if this is going to show up very well on camera, but the left top lamp is still incandescent, the 3 middle lamps are incandescent, and the one on the right at the top is LED. And to the naked eye, the LED shows up quite a bit brighter than the incandescent lamps. The incandescent lamps in bright sunlight, you can just barely tell that they're illuminated. And I have also upgraded the tail lights to LED also.